Hare Krishna. Welcome to Morning Amrut Vani program. Her Grace Rupvati Radha Mataji will be giving her transcendental words of wisdom. His Grace Ram Kripa Prabhu will be reading the Namamrita, followed by Srila Prabhupada quote, followed by Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. Thereafter, Her Grace Sadhu Sevani Mataji will be reciting the slokas. Welcome to everyone once again. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु दंडवत प्रणाम। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितमेन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada की जय। His Holiness गोपाल कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। His Holiness भक्ति आश्रय वैष्णव स्वामी महाराज की जय। His Grace शिक्षा गुरु रूप विलास प्रभु की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री नामामृत, the nectar of the holy name. The taste of the Hare Krishna mantra can be tasted by one who is free from material hankering. Nivritta tarsair upagyamanat बहुसादच्य श्रोत्रा मनोभिरामत का उत्तम श्लोक गुणावदात पुमान व्रजेत विना वसुघ्नाथ. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.1.4. Parikshit Maharaj said to the sage Sukadeva Goswami, the discourses on Srimad Bhagavatam that you are giving me are not ordinary. These Bhagavad discourses are relishable for persons who are nivritta trishna, free from hankering. Everyone in this material world is hankering for enjoyment, but one who is free from this hankering can taste how relishable Bhagavatam is. The word Bhagavata refers to anything in relationship to Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, and the Hare Krishna mantra is also Bhagavata. Thus Parikshit Maharaj said that the taste of Bhagavata can be realized by one who is free from hankering to satisfy material desires. The teachings of the Queen Kunti. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada quote, 6th April. A good citizen knows what is lawful work and what is unlawful work. You can hide yourself from the eyes of the police, man-made law, but it is not possible to hide yourself from the eyes of the Supreme, Supreme, because the Supreme is sitting within your heart. Bombay, April 6, 1974. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Abhay was convinced that his well-wishers and fellow humanitarians would support him on a grand scale. He would create a movement for world peace based on the principles of devotional service to the Lord Krishna. But his role was simply to present Krishna consciousness to whomever he could. The result were up to Krishna. Abhay was aware that the good intentions of most of the participants in his Birla Mandir meeting would not pass that one meeting. But he wasn't discouraged. Through all his tireless evangelism, he maintained philosophic jollity. In one sense, he was already fully satisfied. He was happy to be working on behalf of his spiritual master. Although he was changing addresses so fast that mail could hardly catch up to him, he wrote a newspaper ad for a home study course, Hare Krishna, educational. Study the spiritual secret of Bhagavad Gita at home by correspondence and be a strong man. Full course fee rupees 50 only. The instruction is imparted not in the ordinary imaginative way of qualified interpretations, but in the parampara system of perpetual succession. All questions are properly solved. Apply AC Bhakti Vedanta. Students of all communities and nationalities are welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to everyone. Bhagavad Gita 18.77. Tacchacha samsnitya rupam ati adbhutam hare vishmaya me mahan rajan rishyami cha punha punha. Translation. O King, as I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.17.25. Amusham Shut Paritanam Artanam Paridevitam Samayishyami Madbanir Bhinnaya Stava Medasa. Translation. Now, with the help of my arrows, I shall cut you to pieces, and with your flesh satisfy the hunger stricken citizens who are now crying for want of grains. Thus I shall satisfy the crying citizens of my kingdom. Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Charitamrit Madhya Leela 6.20. Mukunda tahare dekhi kaila namaskar teho alangiya puche prabhura samachara. Translation. Mukundatta offered obeisances unto Gopinath Acharya upon meeting him. Then the Acharya embraced Mukundatta and inquired about news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari ki jai, Shri Shri Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai, Giriraj Govardhan Maharaj ki jai, Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki jai. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to His Grace Rupa Vilas Prabhuji, all glories to Kashta Krishna Prabhuji, all glories to assembled devotees. All glories to morning chanting program. Hare Krishna. So today in the Namamrit, it's about developing the taste for the holy name, that is Namaruchi. So this is an important principle from Srimad Bhagavatam 1.10.4 that how one can actually develop the taste for hearing and chanting. So this explains that the topic of the Lord and the holy name are relishable for those who are free from material hankering. That is Nivrit Trishna. What is material hankering? It means constant thirst for sense enjoyment. The mind is always saying, I want this, I need that, I will be happy if I get this. But actually, this thirst can never be satisfied. Just like pouring water on fire increases the flame, material enjoyment increases desire instead of finishing them. Because of this, the heart remains disturbed. And when the heart is disturbed, we cannot experience the sweetness of Krishna Katha or the holy name. Sometimes the devotees say that I am chanting daily, but I am not getting the taste. So Shastras explain the holy name is always sweet. The problem is not in the holy name. The problem is in our conditioned heart. Just like a person suffering from jaundice tastes sugar candy as bitter. Similarly, due to material contamination, we cannot taste the sweetness of the holy name. Just like today's mobile and internet algorithm. Whatever you search, you get more of that. If you watch reels, more reel come of the same subject what you are thinking. So if you search material enjoyment, more distraction come. Similarly, if we feed material desire, they increase. And if we feed Krishna consciousness, devotion increase. So, what is the solution for the process of purification? Srila Prabhupada explained that chanting itself is the cure. Even if we have no taste, continue the chanting, continue hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, continue study Bhagavad Gita, and continue the association of devotees. Gradually, anarthas, that are unwanted desires, are removed and the heart become clean. Cheto darpan majranam. Real taste, ruchi awakens. So this is a scientific process. And here one word the Bhagavad has given that has three meaning. Book Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavatam. Person Bhagavad, pure devotee. And Bhagavan, that is Lord Krishna. So by serving the Bhagavad, that is book and devotee, we directly connected with Krishna. So So as a devotee, what should we do? Chant attentively every day, avoid offenses in chanting, hear regularly from Srimad Bhagavatam, associate with sincere devotees, reduce unnecessarily material desire. We don't give up chanting because we have no taste. We chant to develop taste. And material desire block the spiritual taste. Chanting and hearing remove those desire. When the heart become purified, taste naturally awaken. So therefore, with patience and faith, let us continue our devotional service. So Maharaj Parikshit had only 7 days to live. And what did he do? No distraction, no material planning, only Srimad Bhagavatam hearing. Why? Because when material hankering stop, real taste awaken immediately. Hare Krishna. So here Prabhupada begins by saying, a good citizen knows what is lawful and what is unlawful. And in society, we follow government laws, we try to avoid punishment, and we behave properly in public. But often, this behavior is based on the fear of being caught, not the purity of heart. Material law has limitation. Police can see only external action. Law can catch only visible crime. One may escape by intelligence, money, or position. So sometimes people think no one is watching, I can do anything. This is illusion. Shastra says supreme witness is Paramatma. The Krishna is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma, that is super soul. He is seeing, he is witnessing, he is giving remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. We may cheat the world, but we cannot cheat Krishna. So even before we act, Krishna knows our thought. Krishna knows our intention. Krishna knows our desire. So real dharma is not just external behavior. Real dharma means the purity of heart. So a devotee does not act properly out of fear of police. A devotee act properly out of love and awareness. That Krishna is in my heart. How can I do anything wrong? This is called higher consciousness, internal honesty, spiritual responsibility. And we should ask ourselves that am I honest even when no one is watching? Am I pure in my intention? Am I acting to please Krishna or myself? Because character is who you are when no one is watching, and Krishna is always watching. Hare Krishna. So, in today's Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrit, we see that Srila Prabhupada was convinced that if sincere people support Krishna consciousness, it can create a movement for world peace. But very humbly, he understood my duty is not to control the result, my duty is simply to present Krishna consciousness sincerely. So, this is a very powerful lesson for all of us. Sometimes we think how many people joined, how many appreciated, what's the result? But Prabhupada teaches results are not in our hand, effort and sincerity are in hand, and we are instrument and Krishna is the controller. Yesterday, the example of Birla Mandir preaching. So there it was mentioned that here it is mentioned that many people had good intention. Meetings were happening, but nothing substantial continued. Still, Srila Prabhupada was not discouraged. Why? Because his faith was not in people, his faith was in Krishna. So even when results were not visible, we should continue. So this is the mood of a real devotee. That success or failure does not matter. Only what matter is service must continue. So it is said that although externally things were uncertain, internally he was satisfied because he was serving his spiritual master. He was acting for Krishna. He was not attached to the outcome. This is called the spiritual happiness. And then the real knowledge of Bhagavad Gita come through the disciplic succession, through parampara, not by mental speculation, personal interpretation, but by hearing from the Guru, following the instruction, and we should apply it in our daily life. So we should not depend on the result. We should remain enthusiastic. We should stay connected to Guru and Parampara and continue service in all the situations. So Srila Prabhupada teaches us that even if the world does not support you, continue. Even if results are not visible, continue. Even if you are alone, continue, because Krishna sees your sincerity. And ultimately, that sincerity will bring success. Hare Krishna. So this verse is spoken by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra, that after hearing the entire Bhagavad Gita, what is Sanjay's conclusion? Not politics, not war strategy, not philosophy alone. His conclusion is remembrance of Krishna gives ultimate, unlimited joy. Or we can say ultimate joy. In material life, we enjoy something once. Happiness reduces. Repetition brings boredom, but spiritual life is opposite. The more we remember Krishna, the more happiness increases. No boredom, no frustration, ever fresh experience. Nav Navai Ma. Why repetition increases joy? Because Krishna is infinite, all attractive, ever fresh. So hearing again, deeper realization, chanting again, deeper taste, and remembering again, deeper love for Krishna. So how do we remember Krishna daily? Simple process given by Srila Prabhupada, that is chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, hearing Sri Mad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, deity worship, seeing Krishna's form, and association, discussing the Krishna. So our problem is not suffering. Our real problem is forgetfulness of Krishna. Because when we forget Krishna, we become anxious, we become disturbed, we become attached to material thing. But when we remember Krishna, mind become joyful, peaceful, and life become meaningful. So when we remember someone we love deeply, we feel happiness. Similarly, when we remember Krishna, the supreme lovable, we experience the highest joy. So Sanjay here says, Vishmayo me mahan, that I am filled with wonder. This means spiritual realization is not dry, it is full of emotion and full of astonishment. And devotional life is not boring philosophy, it is living experience of joy and wonder. So the essence of this verse is that remember Krishna, joy increases. Forget Krishna, misery increases. So let us train our mind to always remember Krishna. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam. So this verse discuss an important verse from Srimad Bhagavatam where King Prithu is addressing the earth. At that time, there was scarcity of grain, people were suffering, citizens were crying out of the hunger, and King Prithu, being a responsible ruler, could not tolerate the suffering of his citizens. So he took strong action. He says, I'll cut you to pieces and feed your flesh to the hungry citizen. This sounds very strong, even harsh. But we must understand this is not anger for personal reason. This is compassion and responsibility. A king or leader has one primary duty, that is to protect the citizen, not just physically but economically, socially, spiritually. And if citizens are suffering, the leader is responsible. So in Vedic culture, king is not an enjoyer, king is a servant of the people. And in Krishna consciousness, leadership means service. So materialistic person think I am okay, others doesn't matter. But a devotee think if others are suffering, how can I be peaceful? So this is a Vaishnav heart. So King Prithu shows compassion for citizen, firmness in action, and ideal devotees soft in heart and strong in duty. So the real devotion means caring for others. And in the last verse, CC Madhya, here Mukundatta meets Gopinath Acharya. What does he do? He immediately offers obeisances, then they embrace each other, then they inquire about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simple interaction, but very deep. The first lesson here we get is humility. Mukundatta, although a great devotee, first offer respect. So this shows a true devotee is always humble, not thinking I am a senior, I am knowledgeable, but thinking I am servant. Second lesson is loving relationship. After obeisances, they embrace. This shows devotees are not dry or formal. They are full of love and affection. And Vaishnav relationship are based on trust, care, and spiritual connection. And third lesson is Krishna centered talk. What do they talk about? Not politics, not gossip, not spiritual topic. They ask, what is the news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So this is very important. The real meaning of association. Association doesn't mean just sitting together. Association means discussing Krishna and his devotee. So this is called satsang. So when do we meet? So do we offer respect? Do we feel genuine happiness? Do we discuss Krishna? Or do we talk, gossip, criticize other, waste time? So this verse reminding us, make every interaction spiritual. And Srila Prabhupada established, offer obeisances, say Hare Krishna, ask about devotional service, encourage each other. So this built a strong devotional community. So Vaishnava is known by his humility, his behavior, and his dealing with others, not just by knowledge. So from this small pastime, we learn be humble, be loving, and keep Krishna in the center. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Ashray Vaishnav Swami Maharaj ki jai. His Grace Rupa Vilas Prabhu ji ki jai. His Grace Kaushik Krishna Prabhu ji ki jai. All glories to